guys, it's Barb from Halfway to Sane. Thanks for stopping by. If you're brand new here, thank you for stopping, and hopefully you'll stick around and listen to the video. If you would, please subscribe, hit that thumbs up button for us. And if you're a returning visitor, thank you very much for stopping by again and hanging out with us and keeping the channel going. So today we're going to do a story on the McStay family murders. I don't know if you've heard about them or not, but here's what I have so far. So in 2010, Joseph McStay, who was 40 years old, and his wife Summer, who was 43 years old, lived in Fallbrook, California with their sons Gianni, who was 4 years old, and Joseph, 3 years old. Now, Joseph owned and operated Earth Inspired Products, which is a company that built decorative fountains, and Summer was a licensed real estate agent. Now, in December 2009, Summer inquired about buying software to learn Spanish. And in January 2010, the home computer was used to search for passport requirements for kids traveling to Mexico. Now, on the afternoon of February 4th, 2010, Joseph's business partner Chase claimed to have met him for a lunch meeting. At 7:47 p.m., a neighbor's surveillance system captured the bottom 18 inches of a vehicle that at the time was thought to be the McStay's family 1996 Isuzu Trooper. The vehicle occupants could not be seen, and at 8:28 p.m. a call was placed from Joseph's cell phone to his business associate Chase, which went to voicemail, and Chase later told police that he did not answer that call because he was watching a movie. And Joseph's cell phone pinged a tower in Fallbrook. The family thought it was unusual for them to just leave so abruptly, and Joseph's mother stated that the car had his asthma medication in it and he never went anywhere without it. Over the next several days, relatives of the McStays unsuccessfully tried to contact the family. On February 13th, Joseph's brother Michael traveled to the McStay residence and, finding an open window in the back of the home, climbed in and gained entry to the home. Michael did not find anything of the family at home, and their two dogs were left alone in the backyard. On February 15th, Michael phoned the San Diego County Sheriff's Department and reported that his brother and family were missing. Officers arrived at the home and requested a search warrant, which was executed on February 19th. Now, although a search of the house found no evidence of struggle or foul play, there were indications of a hasty departure. There was a carton of eggs that had been left on the counter, and 2 child-sized bowls of popcorn were left on the sofa. During their investigation, the police learned that around 11 p.m. on February 8th, the family's trooper had been towed from a strip mall parking lot in San Isidro, San Diego, near the Mexican border. It was believed to have been parked there between 5:30 and 7 o'clock that evening, and the car's location from February 4th to February 8th remains unknown. On November 11, 2013, a motorcyclist found 4 sets of human remains buried in 2 shallow graves in the desert near Victorville, California, 2 days later, and 2 sets of remains were officially identified as those of Joseph and Summer McStay. The deaths were ruled a homicide, and San Bernardino County authorities said they believed the family died of blunt force trauma. The authorities zeroed in on Chase, who was the business partner, after the remains were found, and arrested him the first week of November 2014. The investigation revealed that Chase was a gambling addict who owed Joseph over $42,000. About 3 days before the disappearance, Joseph emailed Chase regarding the money and was very close to firing him. Chase also wrote several checks on the online business starting February 5th. He then went to a few casinos to spend the money. So he was stealing money from the company. The authorities also found Chase's DNA on the steering wheel of the McStay's family's, the gear shift handle in the McStay's family car. He claimed earlier to have never driven the car, but according to cell phone tower data on February 4th, 2010, his phone was near the McStay family home, and on February 6th, his phone pinged off towers in Victorville, placing him at the burial site. Given the evidence, Chase was eventually found guilty of murdering the McStay family. He was charged with 4 counts of murder, and the district attorney sought the death penalty. In July 2015, Chase's defense attorney filed a request to have the case dismissed because of the wording used by the prosecution when the charges were filed. According to the arrest warrant, affidavits filed in the case autopsies concluded that all 4 victims had been beaten to death with a blunt object, and the investigators believed the murder weapon was a 3-pound sledgehammer, which was found in the grave containing the remains of Summer and her son. Investigators testified they believed the victims were tortured before they were killed. On June 10, 2019, a San Bernardino County jury found Chase guilty of murdering the McStay family, and on June 24th, the jury recommended that Chase be sentenced to death. The court upheld the jury's recommendation, and Chase was sentenced to death on January 21st, 2020. Now, there is some information later on that was written about, I guess basically Chase has written a book detailing everything about the McStay family and this case. So, I just read, the prosecution side of the case, where they have all the evidence that they were able to convict him with. Now, it was said that, hold on, let me get it. All right. Chase Merritt wrote a book called Afraid of the Light. It's about the case and will detail how the couple were having major problems in their relationship and had not had sex for more than a year before they went missing. Now, obviously, this is hearsay. This is what he's writing. The McStays aren't alive to defend themselves with what he put in this book, but I'm going to read a little bit here. Chase stated that Summer had a terrible temper and would often snap at her husband over completely insignificant things. Chase states he was extremely close to Joseph. Their lives were intertwined both on a business and a personal level. He says they would speak to each other 10 to 12 times a day and would talk about absolutely everything. That's a lot. 10 to 12 times a day. That's like calling every hour that you're awake. Chase states about 5 months before the family's disappearance, Joseph started suffering terrible problems with his equilibrium and his stomach. He would spend days in bed. The business was incredibly busy, so he would work on his laptop from home in bed. He went to the doctor a number of times, but they just didn't know what was wrong with him. It was a mystery, and he started to consider anything and everything that could be wrong. He even thought at one point that maybe he had a brain tumor. He had this problem right up until the day that he went missing. Again, hearsay, this is what Joseph is saying. I don't know if any of this has been proven with medical records, that the McStay's family has able to provide or anything. A few people started to put the idea in Joseph's head that maybe Summer was behind it. A lot of his close friends did not trust her and thought she treated him very bad. Despite all the problems they had and how explosive Summer was, Chase said Joseph didn't know if he truly believed she was capable of anything, but it was definitely something that he considered. He didn't know what was wrong with him, and he was feeling desperate. At one point, Joseph said to Chase that maybe he should start eating out more and stop eating what Summer prepares for him. Joseph's illness was well documented and had left his entire family completely baffled. His mother stated she was very concerned about her son's health. She even went to the hospital with him to try and see what was wrong. They even thought at one point that it was just stress. So, again, I don't know if anything's been proven. I haven't found anything else that's been written to defend the McStays. You know, I don't see anything that the family has written. If I've missed it and you know about it, please leave some information down in the comment section for me, and I'll go ahead and I'll look it up, and I'll definitely do a follow-up on the video. But for now, that's all I have. So thank you for stopping by. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.